Hello and welcome to EventFlash. Now, big news from Her Majesty's Treasury this week. They have announced an increase in the amount of funding available to large businesses. The so-called Coronavirus Large Business Interruption Loan Scheme will now provide loans of up to £200 million for large businesses. Previously, the highest they could go would be 50 million. And that's big news for some of the events industry's larger organisations who employ lots of people, usually with an international footprint as well. So we're confident that some of those bigger businesses will be able to steady themselves and make use of that if needs be. Now, elsewhere, staying in Whitehall, the government's published its roadmap to reopen non-essential retail businesses from the 1st of June, should the health authorities say it's safe to do so. Now, the conditional phase reopening, you may have heard last week, does obviously depend on the science and so on. But the Prime Minister has said that some hospitality businesses will be allowed to reopen as early as the 4th of July. And I've got to stress that is conditional. It does depend on the daily statistics and so on. And we obviously don't want to see a second spike. So the government has set up 5 task forces to kind of lead on setting up guidelines. Now, they are on our Mash Media website, so I'll quickly run through them here. Bear with me. There is going to be one for pubs and restaurants, run by the Department for Business, Energy and Industrial Strategy. Non-essential retail, again, run by the Department for Business, Energy and Industrial Strategy. Recreation and leisure, including tourism, culture, heritage, libraries, entertainment and sport. That is the DCMS, and places of worship, Ministry of Housing, Communities, Local Government and International Aviation. Now, beneath these task forces will be a series of subgroups, and that's where it gets interesting for the events industry. The events industry board is going to be a member of the visitor economy group, something along those lines. They are meeting this week. We don't know the details, but they will be advising on what some manner of recovery plan will look like for reopening the economy. Now, last little snip of news today. In March, you may remember we reported that Unicorn Events, which was owned and managed by Hannah Luffman, had sadly ceased trading. However, I'm delighted to say that Hannah has actually popped up at another agency, Cheerful 21st, as Director of Strategy, along with 2 other of her former employees at Unicorn. So there's a good news story there. And I kind of expect to see maybe more of that over the next year. More consolidation, particularly among agencies, particularly as they are expected to deliver far more for probably less, as budgets are likely going to be cut. Anyway, if you'd like your say on any of the stories in today's Event Flash, as ever, head over to the MASH community.